Welcome to Matt Bayeski YouTube channel. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Been stuck in traffic today. Should have been working on some crystals, but hey ho, that's the way it goes. It's a beautiful day today to talk about my Parasite cleanse. Because so many people are interested in it, we've had an abundance of messages, over I think 200-300 messages now, with regards to what's the difference between the Parasite cleanse that you do, which is the intensive Parasite cleanse, and the cleansing Parasite cleanse. So there's two of them. So one of them is intensive, which obviously means stronger, and the other one is another strong one, but not as strong as that. So hey, let's talk about it, shall we? Let's see where we go with it. In fact, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you just about everything I can tell you about it, to be as open as possible and share with you what I understand about Parasite cleanse. So first of all, I kind of realized that through all my psychic work, through all my spiritual meditation, all my healing work, there was still something slightly unbalanced on a full moon. And I always kind of sat down and rested on a full moon. Didn't want to do anything. Sometimes I had funny, strange thoughts and feelings. Sometimes not depressed, but feeling, not so good. And it always happened on 97% of the cycle of the moon and just after. But normally, for some reason, 97% was where it really affected me. Okay, so of course, if you're on a path, you want to strengthen, you want to know what's going on. For many years, I didn't look into parasites, which I knew all about. Of course, our animals have parasite cleanses all the time. They either take a tablet, which is normally ivermectin, but they take something to clear the parasites from their body. And I thought, well, if animals do, surely we must do. The more I looked into it and the more I realized the reason why I was having these strange effects on the full moon is because some people struggle with la lunar tic. What is lunar? It's the moon. What is a tic? Something that feeds from something else. And there's truth in those words. What happens to human beings? What happens to me? What happens? And I feel as if I'm fairly balanced. Well, I'm not the same. And it's so true. I've mentioned this many times before. A lot of my friends who are nurses used to say it's always busier on a full moon. I knew this when I was younger. I was like 19 years old. I bought a property and across the road from me was Princess Royal. And I was basically opposite where people were basically charged to stay in there. They couldn't come out because there was something very unbalanced within them. So as kids, we used to be frightened of these people. We didn't know what was going on, but we knew they weren't normal kind of thing. There's something wrong. And every time on a full moon, they would come outside because they'd let them out into a courtyard, which was surrounded by a big net, tennis court, where it stops tennis balls all the way around, really high. And they used to grab hold of the fence, the wire, and scream, literally scream. So I remember when I first met my second wife, all of a sudden she was in my bedroom and she started, "Oh, what's that?" And I said, "Oh, it's a full moon," because there were screams going, real loud screams. I said, "Oh, you get used to it. It's on a full moon. It must be a full moon." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, for some reason on a full moon, these people who are there, who can't leave, they all go crazy." I had a few friends as well who were, I used to actually drink coffee every morning with a police officer, a really good friend of mine. And he told me the same thing. He said, it's full moon again. And it's like, you think it's a joke, but it's no joke. There's something in it. So when I started at 38 years old, walking on a spiritual path, meaning trying to find who am I, what's my path, what's my life, what's my purpose, and why am I here? Along that journey, you start to realize that the body is influenced by many things, and parasites are one of them. The more I looked into it years ago, the more I kind of freaked out. And for some reason, I never focused on it. So I knew a few years ago that eating meat wasn't a good thing. And the likes of the dear Don Tolman says that eating meat is one of the things that causes great parasites, a lot of them, especially in things like pork, especially. But I've come to understand it's a lot more than that. It's in the air, it's in the water, it's in the food, it's in fruit and vegetables, it's in everything. It's on our animals' tongues, it's in the pee of cats. If we stand on cat pee, it can enter into the body and cause us great harm. And there are many types of parasites. I don't actually, when I looked into it last, there are literally thousands of parasites of different types. So, and where do they reside? They reside all over the body. At the moment, there's an influx in India of people getting big issues in the testicles because of somebody decided to let loose a load of, I don't know if you know about this, Gates of Hell decided to let loose 1 billion mosquitoes, all with, yes, the V inside them. So, yeah, a lot of issues happening right now. But going back to the parasite cleanse, I wanted to delve into what would work well. And there's so many different forms of cleansing parasites from your body, ivermectin being one. And there's so many other types. So you don't have to follow my protocol. My protocol was for me. It was a personal experience. So I decided on Mugwort. I did research. I listened to many people who have been in this health path for many years. And Mugwort was one which I thought it just resonated. So I got Mugwort. So this is the Mugwort I get. So this company I get it from, it's bagged up like this, all nicely bagged up. It's all organic, 100% organic, and there is no chemical interaction at all. So it's basically picked, it's sorted, it's cleaned as natural as they can, and then put into this bag. So I'm opening it because I want to show you what Mugwort looks like. Okay, so it's kind of like, it's a very fine, but it's kind of, can't really show you, but can you see how it's like, almost like stuck together? And a lot of people make a mistake where they say, oh, there must be cobwebs in there. No, this is how it's naturally formed. It's very fine and it sticks together and it sticks all over. And oh no, that's cobweb. No, it's not cobwebs, love. This is how it is. This is how it is. So yeah, this is natural Mugwort. That's how it is. There you go. That's it. Love it. So I decided that I would invest and bought this company, which is organic, all organic. I bought it all. So I invested to buy all of it. And it's nearly all gone now. We've ordered some more, but we have to wait. So that's one thing. I've always had sage. I've always drunk sage. I've always burnt sage. And my sage, this is my sage. It comes in either massive big sacks or just in boxes like this. It's beautiful. It's ground down to a beautiful powder like this. Well, not a powder, but in just bits. It's just cut into nice bits. And all organic, 100% organic. This is from the Alpujarras, so it's a beautiful terrain in Andalusia. And it's gorgeous. I love it. I love it in the tea. I make this fresh tea, or I'll simply put it and mix it in with the Mugwort. So basically, when you get the Parasite cleanse, it's this beautiful Mugwort, organic, and I add sage. And I believe it's a perfect combination because sage clears, purifies the body in so many ways. It also purifies negative energy and negative blocks or traumas inside the body. So when you clear it, it's actually helping clearing your trauma. It's fantastic. If you come to me and you are in trauma, if you come to me and you've got any huge issues that you're in deep shock, I would burn sage around you, and that would clear the energy that you've produced or somebody's produced to you, and then you calm down. So ultimately, sage is always going to be part of nearly everything I do because it's phenomenal. So again, organic. Now, there is a thought, and it comes to me sometimes, and that thought is, does mugwort kill all parasites? In my opinion, I'm not sure. I've thought about this because depending if you are somebody who's super focused on parasites and how to kill the parasites and clear them from your body, there's got to be some sort of discussion about how the mugwort enters through the brain barrier, how it moves through the body, and is this enough to go and kill parasites in the brain? I'm not sure. Will they kill all of them? I'm not sure. I don't know. And I actually don't think anybody else knows, but that's my gut feeling. So what I did then is I started researching more. And there's one particular thing that I hope to get, one particular flower, natural flower I hope to get one day, but I can't at the moment, which is going to be the ultimate of cleansing and clearing of parasites. But prior to that, I was looking at many different forms of natural ways of doing it, and I came up with this one, which this is another bag, but this is called wormwood. So wormwood, if you study it and look into it, is another form of cleansing parasites. And looking at both, I would suggest that wormwood is a little bit more intense. So it's maybe going to kill a different type of parasite, which might be stronger, but I could be wrong. I don't know. This is my thought. But I did read and I've studied a lot about this, and I've spoken to the people who grow it and who put them in the bags. I speak to many people. I'm a healer. I speak to loads of healers from all over the world. And they said that wormwood is brilliant. Oh, don't do that. It's apparently there. Wormwood is, I don't know if that's any good now these days. Everybody's pointing fingers at everything. So this is the stuff. So I'm going to show you. Again, from the same company, all organic, 100%. There's wormwood. Oh, it sounds a bit dodgy. It sounds a bit wormwood. No, don't worry about that. It's a natural mother nature. Beautiful. You can call it tea. It's a herb. It's beautiful. It grows. It's a plant. It's Mother Earth giving you. All organic. Now, some people say, oh, I took wormwood and it did this to me, it did that to me. Look, pal. Look, love. Right? I'm not being funny. But I wonder how many times you take medication from your doctors and end up with huge, terrible after effects, which are called causes, and then you don't say anything. What this is doing isn't an after effect or a cause. What this is doing is actually healing your problem. Therefore, your problem presents itself, so you start to come out in a rash, or you might feel strange, or you might have pains. Yes, that isn't after effect. That is cause of clearing the issue. So this clears your issue. It doesn't cause you more issues, like what I've just said when you go to a pharmaceutical and you take your tablet and read the back and it tells you all the side effects, which is the cause of now you've got more issues, different issues. This is a cleansing. And I'm really passionate about this, and I get really bogged off when people tell me that this is going to cause you an issue. This is clearing your problem. So when you drink this, and I had a few issues when I started. I had terrible headaches, but I knew that this is the effect of the fighting back of the parasites. This is the effect of the cleansing. This is the purging. This is the detoxing. This is the protocol, which keep going and it all disappears and you end up a new person. You end up stronger than you've ever felt. You don't get affected by things so much. Your balance is brilliant. You feel great. So no, this doesn't cause issue unless you speak to a medical doctor who'll go, ooh, you shouldn't be taking natural stuff. Ooh, Mother Nature can be dangerous. Take one of these tablets instead. Yeah, see you later, pal. Be on your way. So that's what I do. Now, I've been taking this, and my clients have been taking this now for a good few months. I'd say 6 months. It could be longer. But I have had nothing but success. So I drink it I want to know if it works. I send it out to all my friends and say, hey, look, do you want to try this? And they all say, what is it? And I'll say, it's wormwood, it's sage, or it's wormwood and mugwort and sage. And they go, okay, yeah, I'll give it a go. Yeah. And they've all come back and said it's bloody brilliant. Some people say the taste is weird. Yeah, it is, but it's a protocol. It's gonna do you good. It's gonna clear your system. You're gonna feel better. And everybody, I get messages every day of people saying this is fantastic. I've got friends who have been taking this for years, who told me about this, who say, yeah, it's good stuff. I drink it all the time. How do you boil it? Well, if you were asking me, I have a teapot that I use, a metal one, and I put it in. So if you're to ask me how much I put in one, I put about that much in. So it's quite a lot. And what do I do? How best boil it? If you want to go into real major understanding, deep dive into how to boil and how to get the most of it, I've done my research on this, and I know that I believe the best way is this. You take it and you boil it in water for roughly about 10 to 15 minutes, and then pour that out, and then keep the same stuff, re-put water into it, and boil it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then pour that out. And then on your third one, you still keep it, boil it for 10 to 15 minutes and pour that out. Now, why is that? I'll tell you why. Because when you do your first boil, you're getting the first lot of goodness, of healing from that. On your second boil, you're now going deeper into the twigs, the leaves, the flower, and now you're extracting something that it needs to take longer. It's a longer process. And then the third one is, again, it goes right into the heart and the root of what needs to come out, which you couldn't do from the first or second boil. So now you've got 3 boils, and that is how you boil this protocol. And I think it should be how you boil all protocols, in my opinion. So that's what I do. I have 3 sets. So out of one, I get 3 giant teas that last me all day, and the following day, and the following day sometimes. And what I do with that is know that the first one, I'm going to get the nutritional benefit, or the healing benefit from the first tea. The second tea, I'm going to get a different effect because I'm getting a different pull from this, and same with the third one. That's how I work it. So my teas last me a long time in a bag, and that's basically it. The after effects can be phenomenally painful to begin with, and that's normally a good indication that you've got parasites and your parasites are fighting back. And you've got to think to yourself, whatever pain or anything that is detoxing, it's called detox. You've got to say to yourself, this is a battle between me and the parasites, and I'm going to drink this, and I don't care what feeling it is, because the feeling is that parasites are trying to stop you from drinking it. Right? Because parasites are clever. Parasites know exactly what they're doing. You just need to go to the Houses of Parliament and you'll see that they know exactly what they're doing. And so do these that are in here and in your stomach and around your body and can be anywhere. So my protocol is this. This is my protocol. I'm going to start this and I'm going to finish when I feel I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to just keep going and see what happens. So me on the first day, this is weird. I feel weird. Second day, headache. Third day, stomach. Fourth day, my bones are Now, at any of them points, you could easily throw the towel in and say, this is no good, because you've been programmed to believe that. Let me tell you guys, once those that are fighting you, trying to stay alive, once you kill them, I tell you now, your life changes. You feel amazing, you feel strong, you feel focused, you are balanced, and physically balancing is truth. You physically balance. And if you know anything about healing, if you can heal somebody, you ask them to stand up and balance, you'll find that they're able to balance, right, than before. Why? Because you're clearing the fog, you're clearing the negative energy, you're clearing the parasites, because I also believe a healing session can and does heal from parasites. I do believe it can seriously cause them great effect in a negative way for them and not for you. So teas are ultimately, in my opinion, the best. Now, some people use oils and things like that, and they might talk about oregano oil and stuff like that. All fantastic, I'm sure. But me, I wanted to do it this way because it was just enough. It wasn't too much and it wasn't too little. So I wanted to get the kick. I wanted to know that this was strong, but at the same time, I didn't want it to be so heavy. So this was why I started with the first one, which was mugwort and some sage. And that was a great leader to bring me in nicely. Okay, I'm drinking it, and yeah, I'm getting the pains and stuff. But I think if I would have taken the second one, which was the intensive, I might have struggled a little bit more. So basically, I'm finding that maybe, just maybe, it could be that one mugwort kills different parasites, and wormwood kills another. It could be. But the only thing that mattered to me is to go in there and not sort of break down and cause massive issue in any way that I'm worried about anything. So I gently ease myself in. So if you're asking me, Mark, what should I do? I'd say start with sage and mugwort, and start by what I just said. Do that boiling and take it through the day. Morning time's a great time that I feel is a good time, because your body's then, it's like flushing your body out in the morning. And then in the afternoon, and then in the evening. That's what I do, round about 6 o'clock. Sometimes I'll drink it at 11 o'clock, just before I go to bed, depending on what time it is. And then as I'm sleeping, I know it's clearing all my body at the same time. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love these teas. I absolutely love them. In fact, it's a bit like that advert, that razor advert. I loved the product that much. I bought the business, and I literally did buy their business, because this is what I bought. I bought everything that they'd got in these two products. And of course, I always buy all the sage, because we use the sage all the time for our clients, our practitioners. And so many practitioners right now are saying that the benefit of this protocol, because it's not a tea. Teas down in your supermarkets ain't the teas like this. This is natural. There's no killing of anything. There is no chemicals. There is no. It's just organic. It's natural. So they don't come in these bags which have been bleached, which you're drinking the bleach from the bag. Don't ever leave bags in too long, because you're drinking the bleach. Oh yeah, you are. Oh yeah, you are. So, but this is natural. Just straight into the pot, and then boil it 3 times, and then just drink it. These are tips that I'm giving you from my heart. I'm not telling you to do it, but these are my thoughts. These are what I do, and it's helping me. And I feel great. And yeah, I can feel my body is more my own. I'm thinking about my own thoughts rather than other crazy thoughts. I'm not addicted to anything. I don't need sugar. I don't need alcohol. I don't need cigarettes. I don't need anything sweet. I don't need anything. My body doesn't crave for anything. But when I eat fruit and vegetables, oh my God, I feel the electricity running through my body that a tomato's healing my heart. You know what I mean? And like, I crunch into some celery, and I can feel the strength in my body, not just the detoxing, but the bones. And, I'll eat mushrooms, and yeah, brilliant. My hearing's much better. I'll eat, a beautiful carrot, and I can feel it, and my eyes are getting stronger, and so on, and so on, and so on. So there isn't an addiction, there isn't a need, there isn't a sadness, there isn't because an addiction can be almost like I'm addicted to fear, or I'm addicted to sadness, I'm addicted to whatever. That's gone, because you're balanced, so everything becomes easier. So that's my truth. So I love my teas. We sell basically hundreds a week all over the world. And the benefits I am hearing is phenomenal. Phenomenal of people of what illnesses and issues they've got. Now the issue is going slowly. And oh, it's not as bad now. It's not as bad now. It's getting to the point where, oh my God, this saved my life. Yes, I am not selling you the teas. I am telling you because you've been asking me how to use the teas. What's the difference between the teas? That's it. I am proud of the teas, and I am so confident when I send them to you that it's going to do you good. Just like every one of my products, my oils, I'm confident when you rub them oils on, you're going to feel the benefit. I have thousands of messages of how the oils, the healing oils, the powerful, sacred oils are making a massive difference. And I can't tell you what those differences are because this will be taken down. But they are saving lives. They are helping people so much. The incense that we use is helping people daily from stress, and the crystals are really making life bearable for people who are in terrible situations, not only at home but at work and their daily thoughts and feelings. So I'm proud of everything that I do, and I put my name down to everything. That's why it's called markbayerski.com. And we've been going for 20 years, and we've got a 90, most of the time it's about 84, but sometimes we go up to like 98% returning clients. And that should tell you everything. Should tell you everything. So that's my truth, and I do get excited, and I do want this to be passionate, and I do want you to understand that if you clear the parasites from your body, no matter if you go and get ivermectin, if you go to your local store that has organic mugwort and sage, or even just mugwort on its own, or wormwood on its own, do whatever you want, but do it, and you will see the difference. You will see the positivity, you will see the healing, and you will benefit in so many ways. I'm wishing you all a lovely day. It's getting darker by the moment. I better get on because we're on day 2 of the Pure Energy Healing online interactive course. So I'm looking forward to talking to everybody tonight and listening to their amazing stories of their experience on day 2. Have a most beautiful day. Love you all, and thank you once again for trusting in my products. And I will leave a link to these special offer with worldwide delivery free of charge. You will love it, I'm sure. Good for you. Take care.